Let's talk about loan coverage because those are the definitions that you need to be aware of. But let's get into the nuts and bolts of how this rule actually works. Now, the first, okay, for ATR, generally speaking, when do you have to have that good faith determination that they can repay that loan? We'll take a look at letter C on page 8. Okay. Consumer purpose. Okay. So if your mortgage loan is consumer purpose, closed end, secured by any 1 to 4 dwelling, then we're going to be playing this game. Now there's some exceptions out there. Okay. So we've got that consumer purpose, closed end, dwelling secured. Then you have to do the ATR-QM game. But there's some exceptions. First off, letter A, loan modifications. This is the big exception that was baked into the rule on purpose. Think of it as a legal loophole because we have these standardized uh, you know metrics that we have to apply from an underwriting perspective. But there were a lot of good loans that were out there that yes, maybe this borrower doesn't look great on paper, but we know that they're going to be able, they've always made their payments. They've always paid as agreed. They may have a bad credit score. They may have all these other moving parts, and chances are we wouldn't be able to apply standard, underwriting to these people. But those loans are still good. Okay, so baked into this rule is the loan modification exception. So fully understanding that some of these loans, when it comes up to and if they wanted to refinance or something along those lines, we're not going to pull the rug out from everybody. We're going to say, okay, maybe you can't be a qualified mortgage, or maybe you can't follow even those ATR rules. But what we can do is modify some of those existing mortgages. And if we do the modification, then we don't have to follow all these ATR-QM rules that we're going to talk about in just a moment. So it's a legal loophole. It was purposefully put in there. So maybe you qualified before and now you can't. Or maybe you never would have qualified in the first place, but it's still a good loan. So what we're going to allow you to do is we're going to modify it, and we're not going to follow these ATR rules. However, I open that door. Just keep in mind, you still need to be consistent on how you handle this situation because there is, kind of on the back end, some fair lending risk.